Well, this is kind of my harvest today, and just taking y'all around. So the jalapeno plants are producing big time. I got hit with, I think it's aphids. I got a lot of aphids that were under the leaves. I've been watching them as I can. Arizona right now, I know around the country, everybody else is getting hit with crazy weather. I talked to Checkin, and she's in, where is she at? I think she said she's in Florida, and she had to cancel some loads due to crazy weather. But anyway, I'll just take y'all around. The mint is doing really good. My rosemary is doing good. I haven't really harvested anything from the rosemary. I've got some lamb up there, so I'll probably trim him up and get some rosemary for him for some lamb. As I said, the jalapeno plant, y'all can tell he's producing. Actually, the jalapenos I have in my hand, that's going to be the thumbnail, that is all from these plants right here. And if y'all can see, there's still a ton of jalapenos on there. We've got little, these are, it's like a you know, like a snack tomato. We've got them on there. It's just not ripening well. I probably need to water because I haven't been out here in a couple days. The cucumber, lemon cucumber, has not produced any cucumbers. I just kind of got him to where I can position some of his vines to go there. One has naturally grown on here. The one in the back, he's naturally been climbing that. But the other two are just laying flat. So I got them now where they're climbing. That's a pot of different flowers. I know marigolds and I can't remember what else, but all edible flowers. Shishitos were producing. They do have new buds, but I did let some of them go to where they were turning red. So I don't know if it triggered a signal to the plant. Y'all, I'm over here smoking food, so I'm getting the fire going. I'll be smoking some wings here in a minute. Ooh, I'm dropping jalapenos. I'll get them in a minute. Eggplant is producing. I've pulled one eggplant. I got another one. Let me get up and show y'all. Zoom out so y'all can see. Those I think are mainly the marigolds coming up. The shishitos are doing still good. They haven't really produced any more pepper since I did a harvest off of them. But they do have buds, so we probably have something coming. So the eggplant, I got one. I'm gonna be getting him. I think I'm getting some aphids or spider mites or something up there because I got a bunch of webs, so I got to do a wash on here. But we got a bunch of eggplants coming up. I got a baby one down there. I don't know if y'all can see him. And the big one back there. He's gonna get pulled soon. That's my Thai basil, and that is a regular. I think it's just a regular mint. Which one is the chocolate mint? Oh no, that's the chocolate mint. And this is regular mint, peppermint, and this is the Anaheim. And he has produced. I've taken some. Y'all see he's got a. But he is producing. We got more jalapenos over here. We got more Anaheim peppers, but I don't think I have produce, but we got flowers. I pulled that bell pepper that was over there. This is my lemon basil. She's hanging in there. Nothing ever came up from this, but I think I need to water and just replant. We've got, these are weeds back here, but we've got some bell peppers. I don't know if you can see the pepper back there. The bell pepper. I got 2 of them in here. So I need to get in there and get that watered. There's an eggplant back here, but he hasn't done anything yet. That's an Asian eggplant too. I think the one I showed you with the big ones are the pintoon or something like that eggplant. I had to look it up on whatever, on Google. I'm gonna talk to y'all inside in a minute. Hey y'all. So I haven't been on the Trucker Dog channel in a minute. Y'all gonna see, well, before this part, you seeing the outside and like my jalapeno harvest. I brought in a couple of little tomatoes that were semi ready to be ripe. We'll see how they do. I'm getting ready to start more tomato plants here in mid-February, but I'm gonna set them up. I'm gonna try, I like usually direct sow because it's a lazy man. You just throw it out there and hopefully go. That's how I've been doing, but to get success, really, you probably need to do what they call starters, kind of like what you buy at the big box stores or a nursery. But you can do that on your own. You can get your own little plant pots. And a lot of the ones I got from the big box store, I keep the little cups that they come in. So I'm going to do some starters for the tomatoes I want to grow. I'm trying to, because it's just me, I'm trying to only do like 4, no more than 5 tomato plants, right? The one you see with the little cocktail tomatoes, that's like a chocolate something. I forgot what it's called. It's supposed to be kind of brown and red at the same time. I brought a couple of them in. They were okay. They were very tart. And I need to see because they're not really ripening like they should on the vine, right? And it's probably, I don't have that in the sun as much because Arizona gets so hot in the summer that tomato plants don't do good in that much direct heat. You must have like a little bit of sun, but not a lot. So right now above that plant is shade cloth, and it's almost double shade cloth because the one that gave way still was connected. So I just left it there and it's kind of looped down. I'm probably going to cut it off or cut part of it off and leave part of it there for plants that need extreme shade. And so, and then put most of my tomato plants probably along the edging so they get a little bit of sun and a little bit of shade, the shade and a little bit of sun. You know what I mean? I have not done a live. I'm going to hopefully do a live next weekend. I was thinking about doing it today, but it's Super Bowl and I'm not going to get everybody, some people watching it. I'm not a Super Bowl fan. I'm not a football fan. I watched it in my young days. I don't care for it now. My favorite sport was boxing, and even a lot of stuff now is so over the top, I don't even care for it. It's not like people cared about the sport. A lot of arrogance with it. We got a lot crazy going on in the country, as we already know. And I think all of us have needed a mental health break, just away from the madness of what's going on. And praying, for all the crazy that's going on. From a Christian perspective, I understand. I believe God put him there. I'm not saying, some people try to make it chosen like he's the one and he's on God's assignment. I believe he's there because I believe all leaders across the world are in their position for certain reasons, and not all of them are good. So a lot of times we have this weird perspective among certain folks who, want to give a narrative that is not like this person is some major deity. There's things that the person is doing that, and those around him, just wickedness. There's some that they're doing that's meant to happen in order to set up things that are going to happen in the near future. As I say to anybody, time is wrapping up. And just make sure you're on the right side of things. Like when I said Imani's death, I hope he got it right. I hope I get it right. I hope y'all get it right. Because once we cross that other divide, it's done. And once the rapture happens, whoever's left here, God have mercy on you. And I'm praying I'm not one of the people left here. Please, Lord, if you don't take me through the casket, take me through the sky. However we got to do it. Don't leave me here in the madness. We already in madness. I can imagine the madness after the rapture. You gonna need drugs after the rapture. God forgive me. You gonna need something after because it's gonna be, this is crazy. Child by, because this right here is insanity. Anywho, right now, and I don't know if I even did a check-in on the Ozempic. So my last weigh-in on Ozempic, I started out like 446, 443, something like that. And I'm now down to 380. So I've dropped below the 400 mark, at least the last weigh-in, and that was a couple months ago. So I don't know where I'm at. This hernia thing is kicking my butt. I think the hernia, my stomach, he talks all the time. So the hernia, we're going to have to get it repaired, but I'm supposed to be half of the 443. So I had to be, what's that, 2 something? So about 2, I think we probably do it at 240, 250, but I'd have to be probably about a good 100 pounds less than where I'm at right now. So got a little bit of a ways, and this hernia, my top hernia is huge. I have a double hernia. So I have one that's below the belly button and one off the top of the belly button. The one on top is huge. But again, I'm not a little person. So all of this was huge. So obviously when stuff happens to me, it's huge. Thank you, Chucker Nikki. Chucker Nikki gifted me a gift card to go to Burlington. And because my clothes are hanging now. I'll show a picture of me with my rollator at work. And you can see my clothes are hanging on me. So my clothes look like dresses. All right, y'all, I'm inserting a clip of me I'm at work in the bathroom, and that's me with the rollator. When I'm at work long distances, I still have to use my rollator because my equilibrium still is off a little bit on the right. But you will see how the clothes are hanging on me. Peace. because they're hanging because I've lost weight. So I've been scaling down. I'm not a fancy dresser. Normally, I mean, I wear like the women's pants to work and usually a polo shirt. And I hate women's clothing for big women. Let me explain. I'm a plain person. I'm simple. Y'all see the white t-shirt? I don't need to be a billboard. I don't want a big ship on my shirt. You know, they do a sailboat or some flowers. That's not me. I want a plain white. I want a plain blue. I want a plain black. I want a plain gray. I don't want design. That's just not me. There is a shirt that I saw recently on the women's catalog. I'm going to order some clothes here, probably either this paycheck or the next one. And it's just a simple white shirt with some lines down it, like that's it. It's nothing major. It's just part of the aesthetics of the shirt. It's like a pullover V-neck shirt. That's a win. And then the pants, as long as there's some pull-up comfortable pants. I am not a polyester person so much. I do like cotton. I like some twills. I don't like polyester. I ordered something I not ordered before from Temu. I decided to try them out. Well, I lie. I ordered my desk from Temu because everywhere I looked, Amazon and what's the name of that place? Walmart, they were very high for this desk I wanted. And I still haven't put this desk together. Temu had it for almost $60, $70 less. So I did take the risk and I ordered from Temu and I got the desk. They didn't do good on the second part of the delivery, but we won't go there. Luckily enough, a neighbor got it and helped get it over here. We won't go through the madness with delivery companies. So I did get the desk. I'm going to be straightening this desk up I have right now. Got to take pictures of it. I'm getting it cleaned off. And this is going to be, this is my new work desk. When I get that all done, I'll show y'all what that looks like. I may not show you through me putting it together because, yeah, it's going to be challenging because I'm still getting through the madness of stuff that came out of my storage unit that has to be donated to Goodwill, going through and what I'm keeping, what I'm not keeping. All right. I lost track of what I was talking about because I started talking about the desk. Anyway, I had ordered some shirts through Temu, like sweatshirts and stuff. Didn't realize they polyester. Sucked. They're going to Goodwill. I'm like, absolutely not. I can't. And when I say I don't like design, I'm not talking about like a t-shirt that has Asian design or stuff like that on it. I'm cool with a t-shirt. But I'm talking about is like if I wear a polo shirt or something where I would work out to work or something like that. I like simple. I like just kind of a classic plain look. Think of Monk. Think of Monk. I could be Monk. Me and Monk could be, if y'all see the show Monk with all his suits and stuff, I could do that. That works for me. I need that kind of mindset. Like right now, I got to do laundry because I'm out of my major shorts that I wear, and I need to order. So I like these big men. They're like cargo shorts. They're kind of made of like what you would have sweatpants made out. And that's what I wore in trucking. I still have those shorts. Men's clothes last a lot longer than women's. And that's because women like to shop. I think it's a marketing ploy. But I have the big men shorts. I need to order some more because the ones I have right now are hanging on me. But why is the big men's place that I used to order my shorts from, the freaking shorts, it's almost like 60 to $100 for stuff now on there. I'm like, what in the world? I used to buy these shorts on clearance for like $25 or less, sometimes 12, 15. Now it would cost me just for maybe 2 pairs, might be $100 or maybe one. So I haven't done that. I haven't been, we have one place out here called Casual Mail Excel where I used to get my polo shirts from. And I also used to be able to find polo shirts at Burlington. Now, the Burlington that's near me, I haven't really found the polo shirts. I found t-shirts. I may have to go to the west side or to Tempe. They used to carry big men's polo shirts. I have not seen them at the one over here. So I'm going to see if the one on the west side. But what Trucker Nikki gave me, I bought shirts actually smaller than where I'm at. And then I also went back and bought some where I'm at. So, yeah, so I bought some 4Xs and 5Xs. The 5Xs are kind of where I'm at now. I could have been between a 6X and probably 6 and 7X prior in men's polo shirts. I'm dropped down to where I'm at a 5X, so that works for me. But anyway, y'all keep watching. So I'm doing that, but I may show you like the desk area and what we're going to do with it. I have to say how much I'm going to film of that. Or you may see the aftermath. I'll show you the after effect once I get it all set up. This wall behind me is what my desk is on, and it is a concrete wall. So what I wanted to do was some floating shelves. I don't know if I'm able to do that or not. I did get some adhesive clear shelves, but I don't know if that's really what I want here. I wanted the kind of wood shelves. We may have to go and get a good drill and what they call a drill bit that goes through concrete, and go ahead and put it up that way. Because I also have some pictures I want to put up here. So I got a couple of things that I would like to do that I'm working on. So we'll do that. In my room, I have an entire another desk. It's a very nice IKEA desk I got years ago. I'm not getting rid of it because you cannot get it from IKEA anymore. It's a glass top that's huge on the sawhorses with, and on the glass top, it has in the etchings, the word, I think is it love? Love in every language. The word love in every language. It's a really cool desk. So I still have that desk. I'm keeping that desk. I'm not getting rid of it, but I've got to rearrange the room to where I want that to sit. So I got little projects I'm doing. My apartment is very budget friendly, so I'm going to sit here until I can't, or until the Lord helps me get something I can purchase. And if I do purchase, I may look, now being 57, I'm looking at possibly a 55 plus community. And I'm thinking of what do you call those people? The trailer park for 55 plus, or just have my own independent land. I really want my own independent land. It would be my first choice, whatever God's choice is. And then a tiny home, a tiny manufactured home, or a manufactured home that's not too much to handle. And because I want a garden area. I need, the garden thing is something I get relaxed when I go out there. Because sometimes I just go sit on the chair and sit out there, and it's nice. Right now, we've been hitting the 80s again. We did not really get a cold winter at all. We did get some pretty good rainstorms, but very briefly, because we haven't had rain like that in a while. Yeah, it hasn't been anything exciting. And now we're during the days, and this week we're going to have several 80-degree days. Our nights are going to be in the 50s, and mid-February is considered our last frost date. So that's when I can start working on tomatoes and stuff. So I'm going to do a good seed order and then see. I didn't really have any lettuces, but there are certain lettuces we can grow in the summer here. So I'm going to try getting some lettuces growing, because the store lettuce, that $2 for freaking romaine, is insane. It's freaking insane. If you can get iceberg, you're really lucky for under $1. And like yesterday, I went and got an iceberg because I wanted tacos. And I got iceberg. I'm trying to cook more in the house instead of going out, which is starting to work because I really hate going outside of my house. The special folks are here in Arizona. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And they kind of asked them to come. The news media, I was looking at articles. Well, are they going to come to Arizona? And I'm like, okay, y'all asking these people to come. So they did. I mean, that's foolery, absolute foolery. And then they bought some big building up north of here. It's craziness. It's insanity. That's all I gotta say. It's all a level of insanity. But maybe now, and my heart goes out to the families out in the other state of those two people. But maybe now, since there's someone who looks like them, y'all reading between the lines, maybe now some of them will wake up. Some of the folks that I knew won't even mention old boy anymore. They don't talk about him. Some that look like me, they don't talk about him. They don't bring it up. I'm like, oh, and then they think that, oh, this is one version from another version. No, dude, that's the same dude. Same dude. My father was a narcissist. I know narcissist, and that's the same dude. It's the same dude, different day. And unless they get Jesus, even then, what they working with mentally, and my heart goes out to them, because that's a very broken individual. But the people who align themselves, and I use the word fringe, I'm trying to explain that. There are people who will align with people even if they're negative because they don't count. So if I can't be seen as being a good person and somebody of any value, then to be important, I may align with fringe, negative, dark people, because that makes me important. That's why a bully has the support system they do. That's why they get the little ding-dongs that hang out with them and support them in their foolery, because that makes the ding-dongs feel like they're important because they're with whoever presents as the tough person. It's that person that normally, when you go back and look at all of them, even the bully, they're not intelligent. Unfortunately, they're not smart. They don't count for anything in the world. So if I can't get Any attention, even bad attention, is good attention, meaning that for them in their mind, anything counts. So if I'm not significant on certain levels, Grumpy used to say that he was not a smart man, meaning that he himself was a smart man, but he said his father was, in his sense, very smart. Grumpy said, I'm a hard worker. My biological father was a very hard worker. Both, even though my mother is cray-cray, both my parents were very hardworking. My mother was a workaholic. That was her thing in order to not deal with her life. Well, part of it. And so, y'all, I came outside and I brought Natsy in, I think, with me. Yeah, it is what it is. Both of them are very hardworking, but as far as level of intelligence, yeah, my biological father, he was not a smart guy, and he knew it, and he was honest. So a lot of times when you have people that may be at a certain intellect level, they will affiliate themselves, and not always with the sharpest people, or not always with the best folks, in order to have some value and some importance. Yeah, I might have got brought in some, what do you call them things? Mosquitoes, too. Anyway, just y'all be prayerful in what's going on. But I'll be on next week. I'm supposed to be starting back to school, prayerfully for the last 2 classes. The funding, I won't even go into that drama, has showed up. Let's put it that way. And so I should hopefully be able to finish the last 2 classes for the bachelor's. And then from there, I'm going to transition to an entirely different school. We're not dealing with this particular school anymore because what that drama felt very targeted. And I don't know what that was about. Well, I do what I don't. But I'm going to go ahead and exit stage left. I'm going to get the degree. Thank you very much. And throw them the peace sign in the middle finger waving. That's in a nice Christian way. Y'all understood between the lines. I'm not swearing, but you know what I'm saying. Deuces and deuces. Peace. So prayerfully, we get that done. One of the classes is a volunteer class. I have to do I have to work for or volunteer for a charitable organization. So I'm going to have to find an organization I can do that with. I think I have in mind who I'm going to do it with, but then the other issue is I do work. So how I'm going to balance that, I don't know, or to see if they can work with me on something on the weekend that I can do. I do donate to the organization thinking of, so I'm going to reach out to them when this class comes around and let them know my situation and say, look, I'm on the road later. If I have to do long distances, I'm on the road later. I've got to do a certain number of hours in doing this. So we'll see how it's going to work. The weekends are going to be the best. My company does also allow charitable time, so I'm going to have to play that in conjunction with this because they will pay us for certain charitable time. So I'm going to work with the current manager I have, which I absolutely adore. He's in my age range. I think he might be a few years older than me, but he's a totally cool guy. Been with the company over 30 years. Amazing dude. Very, 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 very intelligent. Very smart. So we'll get that done, and then we are, God willing, moving into the master's. My undergrad is going to be obviously biblical studies theology. My master's will be in, I think it's behavioral health, counseling kind of thing. So it'll tie very well, and I'll be talking to a couple other universities. I really have the one in mind that I want to go to because I saw with a couple of my friends that they are more minority friendly. So I'm going to look at that, and my company will pay for it. So I can get other folks out of my pocket. Just saying, if y'all can read between the lines. The car accident was with in AAA. I haven't heard from these people yet regarding it. So I got to call and leave this man a message again because their service has been horrid. They're not my insurance company. They're the person's insurance company that hit me. All I wanted them to do is fix the door. Just fix the dent in the door. And it shouldn't be very long. They should probably have that car. If a week, I'll be shocked. Pretty much they have to just get the dent out, and then they just need to paint it. They're going to paint my door. That's it. And we can call it a day. So, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, y'all, I hope y'all are blessed. That's the best I would say. I hope y'all are blessed. And 2 and 2. Again, I'll be on here Saturday or Sunday of next week live, and we can chat. I'll put it in the chat. Y'all put some stuff below on times that work best for you if anybody decides to hear this video. Otherwise, I'm going to set a time. Anything probably after 12 noon Arizona time works good for me. But yeah, I'm going to set a time. And it'll either be Saturday or Sunday because I start my class Monday of that following week. Anyway, y'all, 2 and 2. Peace.